Hello and
Wow, wait, pause.
Hello and welcome back to Heartbaked. We are now past chapter 8 after our long, grueling effort to get there, as I failed multiple times, just so you guys know. And now we are on to chapter 9, or episode 8 of the Radley Road. So let's just hop right in here and romance our boy now, because we're on the home stretch. Ow. I let out a groan and brought my hand to my head. I woke up with a massive headache, and it didn't take me long to realize why. I peeled my face off the counter in my kitchen and stood slowly, stretching and popping my back in the process. I looked back down at the counter and saw a smudge in the shape of my face. Ew. Wait, why am I in the kitchen? It took me a second to remember that I spent the night trying to make the perfect pumpkin pie for Radley. There were at least 5 rejected pies sitting on the counter behind me, and I let out another groan. I couldn't do it, even with the recipe in front of me and the need to give Radley the perfect pie. It felt impossible, like the pastry god was trying to send me a message about today. No, Tiger, stop thinking like that. You can do this. You have to do this. I patted my cheeks and nodded to myself, instantly feeling more energized. Today is the festival, and whether or not the pastry god likes it, everything is going to be hunky-dory. I looked at the pies. I'll take them to the festival and give them out for free. They aren't that bad. I quickly packed them up and ran upstairs to get ready to go. I needed to leave early so that I could find Radley and apologize for yesterday. I needed to tell him how I felt about him, that I wasn't just using him anymore, that one day we could make this cake together. I threw on the same green skirt that I wore the first day we were supposed to go on a date, along with a light cream shirt to match it. No aprons for me today. I beamed at myself in the mirror, and even though I had bloodshot eyes, I didn't look half bad. I ran back down the stairs, grabbed the pies, and made my way outside. The sun was up and the town was busy. Children running around in formal clothes and eating sweets, their parents standing to the side and laughing. Most elderly elves were behind stalls trying to sell decorations and baked goods to anyone and everyone.
Ah, Tiger, there you are.
The mayor's jolly voice came from my right, and I spun to look at him. Good morning, Mr. Mayor.
And good morning to you. Are you ready to make your speech?
Ha ha. I never prepared a speech. As ready as I'll ever be.
That's great.
He seemed to be in a wonderful mood, and it was rubbing off on me. Oh, I made these pies. You should give them out to anybody who wants them if you'd like. I handed them the boxes, and he took them graciously.
How kind of you, Tiger. I'll be sure that everybody knows they came from your bakery.
Thank you, sir. I have something to do before the festival gets fully underway.
Yes, you're a busy girl. Go on and have fun.
He patted my shoulder and walked away. All right, now to find Radley, though that shouldn't be hard. I walked to his house. Radley was always either home or at the bakery, so he should be there. I worked my way through the crowds of elves, trying to get to Radley's house as fast as I could. Tiger, I'm glad to see you before the speech. Congratulations, you're going to be amazing. An elf about my age approached me, and I gave him a half a smile.
Oh, is a guy? It's just customer. I don't know their genders.
Yes, thank you. I gotta go. I pushed past him and charged forward. I didn't hear the rest of what he was saying. I was moving too fast for that. A few more elves tried to stop me, and I ignored them all and didn't have time for this. I finally reached Radley's house, and I knocked on the door. No answer. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Has the pastry god forsaken me? What have I done to deserve this? I knocked again, louder this time. Maybe it's too loud outside and he just didn't hear me. Radley, come on. I banged on the door one more time in frustration and let out a small shriek. Just my luck. Where else could this tart be? He wasn't at the bakery, and it wasn't like he ever went anywhere else. Pastry god, please help me. I whined to the sky. There was no answer. Why would anybody answer me? Okay, Tiger, get yourself together. He has to be around here somewhere. I stared at the ground. If only I could smell my way to him like those dogs. Maybe we should just put a leash on Radley. He's pretty much a puppy anyways. I walked down his steps and wandered around a bit, trying to think of where Radley could possibly be. It isn't like he has any other friends. Oh, great. A few hours alone, and you're already talking to yourself like a madwoman. I didn't have much longer before I had to make that speech, and I really wanted to find Radley before I go up on that stage. Otherwise, it would be a disaster. I can't talk to the entire town before I get a chance to talk to Radley. I was already a mess. I couldn't let myself be a mess in front of everybody. I ran around to the few places he could have been. I checked the town square thoroughly, but he was nowhere to be seen. If I stayed here any longer, I would never be able to check anywhere else. I ran to the forest and down the most common path. No luck. I deftly made my way through the town, trying not to be seen. I checked Carver's bakery, and I even went back to Radley's house and knocked. Where could he have disappeared to? I put my hands on my knees and panted. The sun shone down on me, and I had to take a minute to catch my breath and wipe sweat off of my face. How could somebody like Radley be so impossible to find?
Elf, what's...
Tiger, there you are. It's nearly time for your speech. The mayor is freaking out. Come on, come. We'd have to go.
An elf came up and grabbed my arm, pulling me towards the stage.
Hey, wait.
Tiger, old thing, pastry god.
The mayor ran over, looking completely frazzled.
I was worried we'd have to go on without you. You have to hurry, there's no time to lose.
Before I could protest, I was being shoved onto the stage. I stumbled forwards and found myself standing in front of the podium. Everybody was staring at me. My eyes traveled from face to face, and I started getting worried. Could I do this? And why didn't I prepare a speech? Okay, Tiger, you had to say something. Being silent was just going to make you look weird. Hello, everybody. I suddenly felt really small. I had no idea what to say, and I looked to the mayor for help. He waved his hands to me, telling me to go on. I opened my mouth to speak again, but the only sound that came out of my mouth was a small whimper. I scanned the crowd, looking for anybody that I knew. I couldn't see a single familiar face. Not even Radley. Maybe he actually was upset with me after all. I didn't have anybody else to rely on. I really was all alone. I felt my breath quicken and my eyes started to sting.
Tiger, you can do it, Ty.
My head whipped around and I found Radley standing at the back of the crowd.
Don't be upset, Ty. I love you, all right? You got this.
He shot me a thumbs up in his signature grin. I felt a weight lift off my chest and I smiled. He loved me? Oh, God. This is the important thing. Oh, God, I have an itch on my leg. It is terrible, and I'm going to try and ignore it, even though I just itched it like crazy. Okay. Finish the speech, run to him, or yell at him. Okay, he said, you got this, Ty. I love you. It's all right. You've got this. Let's finish the speech. I took a deep breath and cleared my throat. He was right. I could do this. Sorry for the delay, everybody. I just needed a moment to compose myself. Obviously, I'm not meant to be a baker. I'm meant to be a baker and not a public speaker. I let out an awkward laugh and continued with the speech from there. I talked about the pastry god, and I thanked everybody for working so hard to make this day happen. They cheered when it was appropriate and listened carefully. I was relieving. After about 10 minutes of talking, I was finally wrapping up. Thank you again for making today possible, everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day. They all cheered as I walked off the stage, and the mayor clapped me on the back.
Well said, Tiger. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Thank you, sir. I grinned excitedly, feeling energized.
Now go enjoy the festival. You've earned it.
He waved me off as his attention was brought to something else. Poor guy was obviously so busy. Always so busy. I turned to go and find Radley, but I didn't have to look hard. He was standing a few feet behind me, and I trotted over to him to close the distance. Thank you so much, Rads. I almost didn't... Radley placed his hand on my shoulder and pulled me closer, interrupted me by pressing his lips against mine. The kiss was gentle and sweet, and didn't last long enough for my liking. He pulled away, and his face was flushed. I didn't let him finish whatever he was about to say before I grabbed his sleeve and pulled him back. Our lips locked again, and this time I wasn't about to let him chicken out. A few elves cheered, and I smiled into the kiss, pulling him closer. He wrapped his hand around the back of my neck and passionately returned the kiss. He broke contact again, and I let out a small whine. Then he rested his forehead against mine, and our noses touched.
I love you, Ty.
He had a huge smile on his face, and the look in his eyes was that of pure love. I smiled, and a small giggle escaped my lips. I didn't love Radley. I could see myself loving him in the future, but for now, I definitely had feelings for him, but I wasn't in love with him. Not yet.
It's all right, Ty. You don't have to say it. whenever you're ready." He bounced up and gave me his dopey, childish grin. A small group of elves came up and one of them patted Radley on the back. "GG," he said with a knowing smirk before walking off with his friends following.
What?
I gave Radley a confused and slightly concerned look. He only shrugged in response. "Don't worry about it." He laughed awkwardly and looked away for a second before reaching for my hand. "Would you care to accompany me around the festival, my sweet Targa?"
Sure thing. I squeezed his hand and we started walking around, enjoying pastries of all kinds. Yeah, we did it. I really wanted to run to him, to be quite honest, but I was like, Radley just gave me the courage to finish this speech, so I should do it. I should finish the speech. So that's why I chose that, even though I was like, running to him would be the best. But right now, the speech was needed. Anyway, so there you go, and we will be moving on to chapter 10. So, you guys know the drill. Have a great weekend. Ooh, I almost changed it there. Did you hear? Well, have a wonderful week, and have a good night.